So let's see. Can I entertain you? Yep, I think you lot can hear me now. Oopsie. Let me do this. So I'm actually gonna do this until I fix my camera. Fix my mic. So I'm gonna do it like this. Hopefully y'all can hear me. No, still not working. Okay, now you lot can hear me. Yeah. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna find my mic. While I go on, man, like Sarah, we're gonna have a quick fun session. So let's just see. Are these individuals gonna put their money where their mouth is? Are they actually gonna come on and talk?
Nope.
I don't think so neither. So, well, let me just put it on you so I can go and look for what I need to go and look for. All right. So let's wait and see. Let us wait. Let us wait. Let us wait and see. Let us wait. King Mamba. We're waiting. Who else waiting for? King Mamba. And we're also waiting for who was it again? Islam Truth. Both of you, we're waiting for you. See, now I've got to plug in my mic. And I know I'm just wasting my time, I got a good feeling I'm just wasting my time here. And we've already bear witness here. I posted the link. That's the reason why both you and Phil are in here, right? Because the link has been posted. Let's just see. Let's post the link a second time. Let's just see what happens. Again, I haven't got much time to spare here, but we're here, innit? Okay. Let me see if my mic is working properly.
Yo, Phil, you good?
Yeah, man. You already know, brother. Hanging in, waiting for the arrival.
Couple of weeks, man. Couple of weeks.
So let's see. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Can y'all hear me? Is it live? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. So, yeah, we're waiting, We're waiting. Bigger Valley, everybody is in here, We've got Bigger Valley, we've got Phil, we've got Terry Riggs in the building. Got quite a few people in here. I actually left the other one.
If they don't turn up, right? Any talk that they have from now on is dead. Any.
Dead.
They ain't gonna turn up.
Oh man, this is interesting. This is actually interesting. What are you saying?
I'm at work, man. So, boy, I might have to jump out anyway. But I was just seeing if they were going to turn up.
Wow, Islam Truth and King Mamba. Okay, fair enough. I would let me hear an excuse. Give me an excuse at least. Let me know, like, my system couldn't connect. I was trying to connect and so forth. At least give me.
The dog ate my phone.
I forgot my phone at home.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, where Marshall at? Yo, wait, where Marshall at? You talking about? Wait, first he said something to the effect of our scholars not agreeing. So can you name me scholars that don't agree? You got Mario Beatty out there teaching Metal Nature, Ashua Kwesi out there. Are they disagreeing? Who's disagreeing? And is it on paper? Like, do they have this noted disagreement? Is it in a review, an essay, or? I just want to know that. So don't bring a hypothetical to something that is already established.
But they don't read. So how would they know?
That's true. Very true.
So they will know. They don't know which author. You're naming authors that they don't even know. They haven't got a clue about. Exactly. The only one that they could probably bring up is Budge.
Yeah, what is Budge? Yeah.
But the difference with that is it has been corrected. Unlike their faiths or whatever they believe in, they don't enhance it or update it. So we update ours and come to a consensus on what it means. You understand, according to understand. You know? But at the end of the day, you can't be confused because we had a slight translation was that, you know, I'm saying, like, no, the science things have to be updated, right? You know, and the middleman is
TikTok,
Okay.
TikTok, TikTok.
TikTok, this is getting interesting. We've got 55 people tuned in right now live. And we're waiting. We're still waiting.
Marshall.
We're
Where you
still
at,
waiting.
Marshmallow? Where Marshmallow at?
Yo, Marshall, what you saying? You might as well come and represent for your Muslim brothers.
You had Marshall,
No?
you had Islam
Okay.
Truth, and you had King Mamba. King Mamba has already run from a conversation that I had with him like 2 days ago. Like, he literally removed himself from the group chat. So I was like, okay, cool.
Are we promoting?
They don't want to lose their faith, innit?
Well, the thing is it's a thing of either you're going to learn in this life or you're not. That's what I see. You know?
And it shows me how much they know about their own history.
Exactly.
That's true.
Exactly. Because you know why? They stay in the hadiths in the Quran all day. They don't deal with their own history a lot of times in depth. They get the brown the pie crust of it and stuff, and then they go into the Quran or the hadiths. That's what they do. Hadiths all day. Hadith happy. That's what I call them.
That's why I laugh, because when you go into the house of wisdom, you realize that's where they went to go and study of other people's information.
Correct.
Yes. Even.
Yeah.
Yep.
They had pastors in there. They had priests in there. They had people going to Egypt in there. Remember, they even said they cracked the hieroglyphs.
Yeah, well, because in the 6th century, they were surrounded by nothing but Christians and Zoroastrians in the 6th century, the Prophet Muhammad. He was surrounded. His providence or his civilization was surrounded by other Christian civilizations. And at times, they have sent their so-called or emerging, I would say they're emerging scholars, because they didn't have any Muslim scholars in the 6th century. None whatsoever.
No. That's not what happened. He was in a cave. That's where he got all his information.
but in general,
it was just him. It was him and the man in the cave, bro. Come on.
No. You know when you was younger. You know when you was younger and you got together in someone's house, and you got high and got bare joke.
Yeah,
that's exactly what happened.
But it took 200 years for them to have an actual noted scholar. It took them from the time of the onset of their religion started. It took 200 years before emerging or scholars emerged from that actual Muslim or Islamic theology. And that was from 200 years of conversing with other Christians or other Zoroastrians and people in that area on the theology of their faith. So they borrowed a couple of the theological arguments as well as structure from Christianity, because that was all of it.
But don't they say that their book is the improved book?
Yes, yeah, well, that's what they say.
That's what they say. Because remember, Prophet Muhammad received information from a Christian, who was his uncle. So that tells you, prior to that, they didn't have no knowledge of who they was talking to, supposedly, or had higher cognitive theology in their actual mythos in their faith. They didn't have that higher degree of knowledge. They didn't have.
I mean, all that angel had to do was just say, "This is me. I'm the angel Gabriel." You know, but he had to go to the uncle to go and get that information, and the uncle was apparently blind as well. Apparently, so I don't know. A blind man gave him the shit. It's crazy. I don't know.
Unless there was a secret agent spying into the cave and gave them the message.
And my problem with this is because if you want to discredit science, at least have a backup to that can show you can discredit it. You can't just get rid of science and make it seem like this like your book is the end all be all to all civilization, building civilization. That's what I'm saying, and that's what they put out. Just anytime you have a problem, they say come to Islam.
Yeah.
But you know the funniest thing? You know the funniest thing though is that if you check in the history of England, right? They had the British had informers to spy on the Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure they used some of the people from Islam to get information so they can monitorize what the Spanish were doing.
What I want Sarah to highlight when it comes to Harlem is this. If these religions ever had war with each other, who you would think would be on the front line? Black Muslims, Christians,
and Black Christian.
And black Hebrew Israelites all fighting each other by the other versions, different phenotypes chilling in the background.
But we can see that at Speaker's Corner though. Okay, so you can see when Hussein wanted to interact with Kalam and the disdain and the venom that he had in his voice for Kalam, his own brother. And I'm like, you never have that venom. Like, even when your own apparent Muslim brother, Hamid, told me and Big Bro that he's blacker than us, right? And Big Bro's Uncle Tom. He said that from his own mouth. I never saw you have that kind of venom towards him. You know what I mean? Zachariah, same black. We will have that same kind of venom towards anyone that's black. He doesn't have that kind of venom towards anyone that's not black.
Oh, you should have seen Zachariah yesterday. He got a battery pack on his back when a fellow Jamaican came towards him.
Oh yeah.
And became abusive.
This is what I'm saying, bro. It's crazy. And they say, like, what's wrong? Like, why do you guys keep talking about the black thing? Like, black people be crazy over these religions. Like, they're actually crazy over them. Like, literally. Like, they want to fight and kill their own. It's crazy. They want to kill their own people over this shit, bro. Like, while everyone's killing us, I got to look at you trying to kill me as well? Shit, like, what the fuck?
And this is just an experience I want to give to the people of how we feel. It's not like we just woke up and came to this assumption, it's our world experience, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I tell them. They be like, Phil, do you agree with Sarah? I said, listen, his own unique experiences cause him to think like that. You understand?
Right.
I may have a different experience, but I'm not going to stop having him as my homeboy because he feels that, because one thing he does have is manners. So as long as he don't go out and project it to the masses in a disrespectful manner, you can bring it somewhere, and and it's okay. You understand? Everybody gonna have their view. The difference is when you in corporate America and those other places, those same other people have views on you. They just don't say it. That's the difference.
Right.
So why can't we have our views and just not say it? But if you ask us, be respectful enough to understand that we're going to be truthful about our views. We ain't going to tell you what you want to hear or so this is the way I feel. You know what I'm saying? If you really want to
listen, all I know. Go on, Terry. Sorry, go on, Terry.
No, I was just going to say that if you look at the past videos of Zachariah, right? When he was a Christian, see how he was going against the Muslims. And now he's a Muslim, see how he goes against the Christians. He's got more fire and hatred for Christians now than he's ever had against the Muslims when he was a Christian. So what does that tell you?
Boy, that tells you I tell that don't deal with the energy. That tells me the energy of what he's dealing with is more. It's got more venom. It's got more anger. It's got more angst. It's got more hate within it. And that's just that. Like literally, Christians to me are modern day like hippies. Like they're all about love and peace and harmony and oh my God, I'll pray for you, brother, and all this kind of stuff. Generally, when you talk to them, if you talk to a Christian, the most you're gonna get is "Don't worry, I'll pray for you." Yeah, I'll pray for you. Don't worry, God will provide. You're not looking at it right. Da, 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 da. The Christian's not gonna say, you know what? Come, let's conspire to go and stab this guy. They're just not doing it, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like Christians ain't moving like that. That's not the energy of Christianity. Generally, there was a time when Christianity was going with some gangsterism, but not now.
It's, as I always say, it's that thing of the Muslims are thinking from the heart, and the Christians are. I mean, the Muslims are thinking from the subconsciousness, and the Christians are thinking from the heart.
Right. Right.
That's the difference.
Right. But all I know is no matter what disagreement I may have with Terry, Kalam, Phil, any other brother, there's no way I'm gonna kill you over these Abrahamic religions. It's just not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not gonna happen, bro. These people will literally like fight you to kill you over some.
But then one of their main commandments is thou shalt not kill.
Mate, I'm telling you, bro, it's craziness.
But then that's, as I always say, it's the mindset of the environment. That's what's speaking. Their religion is not in their subconsciousness. Because if it was, they won't even be there. Like an imam, you will not see an imam down speaker's corner. You will not see a priest down speaker's corner. So why?
But then isn't that rank though? Isn't that rank and file? Isn't that just, you know, the imams and the priests send out these people who aren't of their rank to go and try and propagate their religion?
Because they know that if you're an imam or a priest, you know you must have done intense studying. So there's going to be flaws in it. And going into the battling field, someone's going to open up them flaws. And they know the extent of where they're going to go with it. So the best way is to avoid it and send soldiers. Right.
And let them take the heat.
Exactly. The frontliners.
Let them take the bullets.
And we all know, what do? Soldiers are just there to be killed or to live.
Yeah.
You know, fight to another day.
Kalam, these guys ain't turning up. You do know that, right? Just letting you know, bro. They're not turning up, bro.
You know what? The excuse is it's too early.
Bro, you're gonna get so many excuses, bro. Like, as I'm saying, anything from here on out, those two guys, whatever they say from here on out is dead. I don't even want to hear it no more.
Word.
You had your chance. That was it. You're dead. You're dead in the water. I don't care about you anymore. That's it. You had your chance. Finish. You called Kalam out. Do you get what I'm saying? They called you out, Kalam. You know what I mean? You didn't call them out. They called you out, and then they didn't turn up.
Secrecy. They look like they rather debate in secrecy. They love those backroom hangout chats. They get, but then when it's the masses is watching, eyeballs is on them, they freezing up.
Yo, guys, I'm at work. I got to roll. You lot continue.
Kalam, what are you gonna
do? Yo, peace to my brother Sarah. I know he's dropped out right now, but shout outs for passing through still. There, yeah.
You know what? Let's talk about God's wife.
Huh?
I said, let's talk about God's wife.
I'm there right now, yeah. I'm trolling still, yeah. I'm trolling in the sense, yeah. I'm actually going onto each one of their Google Plus pages, yeah. I'm making sure that I befriend them, yeah. So they have no excuse. They've got no excuse because you've received the friend alert. You know everything is there. I don't know what more I can say. The invite has been sent. Still, there's literally nothing more that I can do. You've literally wasted how many minutes we've been here? You wasted 20 minutes of our lives.
It needs something to trigger them. You should start reading their names out.
Boy. Let's see. Let me see what the comments say.
Let's do a Mayweather.
Trust me. Let's just see. Comment section, please tag Titus TV and say something to me, man. Kalam watching the comments like, wait a minute there. Trust me. I don't get it. Let's see. I'm reading all these comments, bro. I can't see. Everybody's hiding, Literally, everybody is hiding. I don't see no wicked talks no more. Like, just everybody just hiding. Okay, cool. Yep. Say no. Say They're not. See, I wasn't even gonna send no shots for you guys. I was gonna allow you guys to come on and do what you needed to do. But yeah, man. Quickly, let's just do a quick 5 to 10 minutes discussion about something, and then we'll lock it down.
Okay. You know what? Let's go continue on their study of the House of Wisdom. On the study, like what were they studying at that period of time, and the information that they were receiving when they were sending scholars out.
True. Hold on. Real quickly. Times TV. Do you meditate? Yep. I do. Kalam, excuse my ignorance, but what is it all about? You'll have to go back to the last video. The last video is called Isa Saved My Soul, Speakers Corner, Catch Up, and Holy Spirit. And in there, we had a few Muslim brothers asking, say, well, one, Islam Truth said that, you know what, Cal, I want to invite you to Islam. I need to speak to you. I want to speak to you, etc., etc. I was like, cool, no problem. You know, I'll even set up a chat for you right now that you can speak. King Mamba was doing the same thing, as though I'm lying or saying something untrue or something along those lines. Okay, we'll give you the opportunity to come on and speak. We'll give it to you. I'm going to give you 20 minutes to come on and have a good talk with us. Unfortunately, they absconded. Unfortunately. So King Mamba, for real, I don't even have no more time for you, you know. Islam Truth, you know, because I've never seen you on my chat before, I'm going to allow you. I'm going to simply say, your battery died. Yeah, I'm going to say your battery died. Your battery died. I'm going to actually make an excuse for you. Your battery most probably died, hence you're not actually on here. But King Mamba, you know what? You've been on these things for a long time now. And for you to be hyping it and then not come on, I'm upset. But no, can we steer it away from Islam? Like, I want to steer away from Islam. Let's last 10 minutes, 5 minutes even. Let's speak about something else because I don't really want to. I don't really want to.
Okay. Let's talk about how Egypt broke down the brain.
Okay. Go on, break it down, man. Break it down, G.
The boss.
I don't know. But okay, hold on. I can't join the call. Stop talking nonsense. I have proof. I can't join the call. Why can't you join the call? Why can't you join the call? Let's just see. What will be the reason that you can't join the call? I'm going to post the link again. Okay. I want somebody to join in. Okay. I posted the link. Yeah. I posted the link right now. Can someone, if you don't want to talk, just join in and jump out real quickly so everybody can see that you can join in. Somebody from the comment section. Ansar, Nasrani, J Boogie, whoever's there. Someone just quickly, you don't even have to talk. Just join in for like 5 seconds and jump out. Okay, and says just joined in. I'm pretty sure you're going to see in a minute. We've had, who's this? Onyx has just joined in. Stefano's just joined in. Let's see who else has just joined in. Nasrani's just joined in. Everybody's just look. Pio's just joined in and just jumped out. Oh, Pio's here. I have Hangouts, but it's not working for me. Marshall Mathers has just joined in.
Yes.
I have. Boy, you know, everybody's just joining in, just quickly jumping out, real quickly, just to show that you can join in. There's nothing stopping you. You tell me what's actually stopping you. Everybody's just showing you that they can all join in. So I want to know what's stopping you. And where's Islam Truth at? Anyways, like, to be honest with you, I haven't got more time to waste, you know. 9 Ether. I'm hungry. And plus I got things to sugar. I got things to be doing. I need to go and collect some money, babes. Yeah, baby. I need to go and make some money. Okay. So family, yeah.
Over and out.
I've got to go. Unfortunately, like literally, time is money. Half an hour of my time, yeah, and my money has been wasted. Half an hour of it.
Give them a quick gem before you go.
A quick gem. Should I?
Yeah.
Nah, you don't want me to.
Just give the man.
All right, you know what? Yeah, because you know what? Actually, you know what? It was a beautiful conversation. Yeah. Again, let me see if I can. Again, yeah, it was with the DCCI unit, yeah, they were going in. They were breaking down, yeah, spoke about before, okay? I spoke about this before. So for those of you guys that don't know, yeah, I'm going to do this, yeah? So it's going to be one of those ones there. Kalam, yeah, is actually an undercover Muslim. Hands up, don't shoot. Kalam is an undercover Muslim. Why do I say Kalam is an undercover Muslim? I will tell you, no problem, that there's no God but God. No problem, no problem. This is a comedic way of understanding, okay? No problem. I'm not even going to explain to you what God is right now. I'm going to do this in a very basic terminology, okay? No problem. But no problem with that. I even acknowledge the fact. That Muhammad is a prophet. The only thing I don't acknowledge is he's the last prophet. And I don't acknowledge the fact that he is a prophet sent to the whole of humanity. I think he's a prophet that was sent to an illiterate community of Arabs that was the most backwards people at the time. Okay? And he was given a certain amount of knowledge to clean up these people. No problem. I've got no problem with acknowledging that. Just like we have the Sikhi brothers, they have their guru. My man was a guru for his time and his place. And there's untold amount of gurus after that. Got no problem with accepting those things. Just like we've got the Greek, what's it called? Sages and philosophers. I acknowledge all of them. I can say, yep. You know, Socrates came in, you know, just came and just tried to teach these people some next type of information. Got no problem with accepting those things there. Now, the problem that I particularly face as well with it is when certain people unwittingly and unknowingly raise their prophet to the level of Allah or with their God. They equate the two to being the same thing. And it was a beautiful discussion, very beautiful discussion that was happening with DCCI unit, saying that in the Quran, it tells Muslims to obey Allah and obey the Prophet. Obey Allah and obey the Prophet. And technically, that is what's called shirk in Islam, which is associating partners with Allah. Now, I personally held that view, yeah, some time ago, okay? I personally held that view some time ago, and I was actually doing a little, like, you know, testing the market. You know, the ways that I test the market to see how far I can push it, okay? I personally said, calling Muslims out on their shirk is not the best approach. I'm not even actually going to do that, because that's not even going to breed good relationships with other people. They may call us out and say otherwise, yeah, but I'm not going to do it to them. I'm actually going to show a little bit of respect. But I love the way the Christian brothers, yeah, and sisters, yeah, call them out on it. And I actually wanted to speak on it because another brother brought this up about the tawheed. Okay, remember there was the whole talk about their scholar had a pamphlet about, you know, Kemet brought tawheed or whatever the case is, yeah. And we clearly stated, no, we don't say that, you know, Muslims learned tawheed from the Kemetics. We don't even make that claim, okay? We don't make that claim. We just simply say that as Kemetics, we have what we consider to be tawheed or tawhido or swahido, okay? Which literally means the oneness of being or the oneness of deity. We had that long ago, okay? Wherever you've got. I'm not saying that you got it directly from us, so you got it from Akhenaten or nothing like that. We just say we have our own, you have your own. So then who did you not get it from? Well, it's quite clear. Let me actually go to something that's quite clear. Let's just teach you. Let's do a quick lesson, okay? Because somebody was bringing this up, so I like to, you know, just flex a little bit of muscle right about now. You asked for something, which is quite interesting. Guess who Muslims learned their tawheed from? They actually learned it from the Jews and the Christians. Why is Kalam saying they learned the tawheed from the Jews and Christians? Of course, I'm saying certain things now here to actually be inflammatory. I fully acknowledge that. Why am I saying things? Because I actually want you to come on here to actually defend yourself, because you upset me by the fact that you didn't come on. So here we go. All right. You know me, you know, I make notes all day long. So in here, shirk, associating partners with Allah. Let's read, okay? Let's read this. Chapter 44 from, this is the book called Tawheed, actually. How it is to say, what Allah may will and you may will. Qutayla narrated, a Jew came to the Prophet and said, your people commit shirk. This is interesting, you know. Yo, I might need some correspondence here. Yo, Terry.
Yeah.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. I'm there.
Okay. It says that a Jew came to the prophet.
Mm-hmm.
Can you be the Jew right now? Let's just say I'm the prophet.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can read. Can you read here? Can you just read this bit here?
It says a Jew comes to the prophet, and then all
Yep, yep. A Jew comes to the prophet, but I want you to read this bit here.
Okay. Your people commit the shirk.
Who? Your people commit shirk. What? Me? Me? I'm a Muslim. I am the prophet of Allah. How can you dare, you, a scoundrel Jew, say that my people commit shirk? Okay, what do you mean by that? My people commit shirk.
Mm-hmm. What? By the will of Allah.
Okay, now let's read what it says. When they say,
by the will of Allah, and also with your will.
That's interesting. And what else do they say?
They say by, was it, I can't pronounce it.
Kaaba.
Yeah, by the Kaaba, therefore after the prophet.
Okay, I'll read this now. So thereafter, basically, so the Jew came up to the prophet and said, you know, your people commit shirk on two incidences, by saying by the will of Allah, and also by the will of the prophet. Okay, so you're committing partners. You're saying by the will of Allah and Muhammad's will, both together, making them equal and partners to each other, and also saying and by the Kaaba, basically. Thereafter, so let's just see what happened afterwards. The prophet commanded his companions to swear by saying by the Rabb, which means the Lord of the Kaaba, and to say by the will of Allah and then your will. Okay, so let's actually break down what that actually means. Okay, there's a few more hadiths that actually speaks upon it. All right, in the book of Tawheed, you can literally go in here, copy this. I could copy this right now to show you as well. Yeah, there is a book called the Book of Tawheed. Yeah, it shows that the Jews were aware of the consequences of man's shirk, man's understanding of the shirk if he wishes to. The statement of the prophet, have you made me an associate with Allah? How commendable is the poet who said, O noblest of creatures, there is none for me but you seek refuge in distress. That is not the major shirk, as the prophet said, I was prevented from doing so and so and such. Okay, so what we're realizing here, yeah, is that a Jew came up to the prophet, okay, and corrected him on his Aqidah. Aqidah in the Arabic language literally means their creed, or something that ties someone together, okay? Their creed. And what is the creed? Their creed of Tawheed. Their creed of Tawheed, for my Salafi brothers out there, will be saying, yeah, it's the Ulya, it's the Rabubiyah, and it's the Asma wa Sifat. What the problem is they were associating Allah and Muhammad together. Allah and Muhammad were synonymous in the Muslims' eyes. For Allah for this. But if today, yeah, which you lot don't say today, you always say, you know, Wallahi, you swear by Allah. Imagine Muslims in the time of the Prophet Muhammad were swearing, Wallahi, Wallahi wa Muhammad, Wallahi wa Muhammad. They were literally swearing by Allah and by Muhammad. Now, tell me, is that not shirk? I'm going to wait. Is that not shirk? If a Muslim said today, by Muhammad, is that not shirk? If a Muslim said by Allah and by the Prophet, is that not shirk? Yes or no? Now, what's interesting is, yeah, in the Quran, the Christian brothers brought up the same fact that in the Quran it says, yeah, obey Allah and His Messenger. Obey Allah and His Messenger. What they was pointing out to the Muslims is this, that you're actually making Muhammad co-equal. You're making him an associate by actually saying by Allah and by his prophet. I'm just putting out there, innit? I'm just putting out there something that's just like gonna hopefully, are Muslims practicing shirk? Are Muslims practicing shirk? I want to know. are Muslims practicing shirk. Those who say that they have one God, one Allah, one Rabb, are Muslims practicing shirk? That's my question to you. I'll wait.
But in saying that, right, don't you think sometimes when they're trying to cover up, would they just say Muhammad instead of saying Allah instead?
What do you mean?
You know, like some people swear by Allah or they'll say swear by God, but sometimes they will say, you know, like they say, for instance, the Christian thing and say, I swear by Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't a Muslim sometimes say, I swear by Muhammad?
Nah, they don't do that.
No.
They don't do that. Not in this day and age. Not in this day and age. I'm not even gonna put it on them like that. Me, I have to be fair.
I'm just trying to get an understanding.
Yeah, no, they don't do that. Back in the day, according to these hadiths, yeah, they used to do that. They used to swear by Muhammad. Okay,
so now
they used to do that.
This rabbi has kind of helped them change their views.
Yes, this rabbi came up to the prophet, you know, really spoke with him. The prophet acknowledged that this is minor shirk, not major shirk. You know, now there's a difference between major shirk and minor shirk, right? Even though it says in the Quran, yeah, that shirk is one thing that Allah will not forgive you for. But now it's okay if you do minor shirk, you just can't do major shirk. But anyways, yeah. Go ahead.
But it's kind of made you kind of think of today. They say they don't listen to or read the Bible or listen to what the Hebrews have got to say.
And that's shirk.
But it shows you that shirk has now listened. So what they're saying, what does that mean?
Yeah,
because they actually do listen.
Unfortunately, yeah, what Muslims tend to do, not all, but most Muslims tend to do, they listen to their scholars. Okay, they listen to their scholars, and their scholars will tell them, no, the books of the Bible and the Torah and the Zabur and the Injil, they're the books of the kufr, meaning the disbelievers. All of those books have been corrupted, so we don't read those books. But in the same breath, them telling you that they don't read those books and they don't take from them, they will tell you in their articles of faith that they're supposed to believe in those books. They're supposed to believe in those books, but somehow their scholars, yeah, and those who have been put in command and in charge of them has confused their brains where they don't now worship the words of Allah, they worship the words of men. They don't worship Allah, they worship Muhammad. They don't worship Allah, they worship their scholars, their shayukhs, and their imams. That's been feeding them confusion. But anyway, that's just me for a hot second, talking about the nonsense that some Muslims actually teach. And I'm only doing this, yeah? I'm only doing this, so hopefully I can incite something in your heart as a Muslim. Not all Muslims, again, I'm not talking about all Muslims. I'm talking about certain Muslims that was talking enough crud earlier on. I'm talking directly to King Mamba. I'm talking directly to Islam Truth. Come on, family. Come on, talk with us. Talk with us. Talk with us. I guess it's not going to happen, so never mind. Kalam, watch Shia Blade Run out. He addresses this in a debate in Hyde Park. Excellent. Enjoying this series. Keep going strong. But anyways, I'm sorry to my atheist brothers here, but I actually want to be discussing Christianity today, Judeo-Christianity today, later on this evening or next day or so. So I apologize if there's nothing going to be enlightening to you. I apologize. But very soon we're going to be talking some quantum physics stuff. So I know that's going to be very insightful for you guys. So I apologize. We're dealing with religion, but sooner or later we'll get back into that other stuff, the good stuff. That's pure shirk, Kalam. You're completely right. But I've never seen a Muslim saying by Muhammad. Most would say by Allah. Oh, I like that. I like that. At least Marshall's getting the medicine, you know. Hear what Marshall says. That's pure shirk, Kalam. You're completely right. But I've never seen a Muslim saying by Muhammad. Most would say by Allah. Indeed. I'm in agreement with you. Okay. Quickly, family, if you lot would like to speak now, I'm going to go and I'll let you lot speak. Okay, hold on. Let's just see what BMW Fitness says. Most Muslims have these scholars on Skype on any small decision they want to make. They have to jump on laptop to get a next guy's approval. If you know, you know. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, Marsha's coming over to the dark side, someone says. All right, cool. You guys talk real quickly while I'm just doing something. Yo, Terry, man, take over, G.
Yeah, man.
And let King Phil do the job. King Phil.
So listen, I just want to read something, man. This is from Cambridge. It's from Cambridge University.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read something. Damn. First and foremost, I want to show y'all what I'm reading from. I'm gonna show y'all the book of what I'm reading from. Let's see. Boom. Muhammad Ayers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Cambridge. So you take it up with them. You know what I'm saying? Take it up with them. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? So early Muslim history or approaches to history. All right. I just want to let y'all know early history, they was around nothing but Christians. You understand? And they were called believers. A lot of the structures that's around in those areas of Arabia or ancient areas, there's still the architecture is still Persian influence and Byzantine influence. So that shows that you have a collage basically of theology. You know what I'm saying? It's a collage of theologies that you guys have. And I just wanted to make you aware that because most books on early Islam depend heavily on popular Muslim accounts that describe a satisfactory story arc. It begins with Gabriel appearing to the humble prophet, moves to the establishment of an early Muslim state, and quickly jumps to Islam as a world religion with a splendid capital in Baghdad. Fred Donner calls this the descriptive approach because it simply refashions the Muslim narrative sources without subjecting them to critical analysis. Unfortunately, this approach runs the risk of glossing over some of the most interesting evidence. Over the past 200 years, archaeologists, papyrologists, numismatists, and other experts have patiently amassed an astounding trove of material from the early Islamic period. Much of this research has been published in obscure academic journals and have few taken the time to survey the evidence in a systematic way. But coins, glass weights, diplomatic correspondence, architecture, and other forms of material culture are the vital source of restructuring the early Islamic history. The sources told by these artifacts, however, do not neatly match the memory of early Muslim historians writing centuries after the facts. These discrepancies have led to the rise of what Donner calls skeptical view that casts doubts both on the dating of the Quran and also in its most radical form on the historicity of Muhammad. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just letting you know. You know what I'm saying? Cambridge went over there with some shovels, did some digging, found some papyri, all types of other stuff. They dated it, no problem. See, it's funny how, even when I was in hangouts and I debate with people, and then they'll give me a link to something being found in favor of their view of their religion. And that's when they subscribe to the testing and the dating from these archaeologists. Once it's coincides with what they're prophesizing, then the science is, they use it as that. But then if it's something goes against what they believe, then they want to dismiss it. I don't get it. You want to dismiss science, but you want to sit here and say people walked on water and books floated from clouds.
But the funny thing is that people that try to dismiss science, but then, as I said, when you go to that house of wisdom, you realize that they were practicing different types of sciences at that time. to do that from the scholars that went out, especially on the Silk Road. They learn other people's sciences and bring it back. Can you hear me, Phil?
Yeah, I got you. I hear you. You know what I'm saying?
So,
Got you.
but obviously they'll try and dismiss it, but the facts are there. You know, because even when they said that, think about it like this: the new technology in medicine and all the stuff that they were doing, that they said that they changed Europe with. Where did they study this information from?
No, that's true.
Because you can't just be a doctor out of the blue and say, yeah, I can do operations, have all these tools, and not learn it from somewhere.
Well, I'll tell you where they got it from. And when they took over Egypt, that's because all civilizations reached their golden period. This is a fact, archaeological fact, cultural fact, agricultural fact. If you take over a civilization that has abundance of resources, then your civilization has a lot more time to do other things, like embark on higher thought of science and things of that nature. Because depending upon where you live, if you have to scavenge for food, most of your time will be doing hunting. But once you get a reliable source of food that is, a mile away, couple of miles away, and it's not dependent upon your labor force, then you can sit back, kick your feet up, and start to look at the stars and map it and think of higher thought and structural engineering and all types of other things, including whenever you invade a civilization, you cohabitate their technology. So whatever technological advances they had, like Egypt had the sundial, you were able to calculate time with the sundial. Once you invade and you just you see what that's about, then you were able to further your civilization. You could bring that back to your civilization, say, hey, this is something new and we're gonna go by this and this, that, and the third. So that is the main reason why their empire rose so quickly and greatly, because once they took over the civilization that had a plentiful food supply, they could kick back, start learning science and everything else.
Well, because, and you learn that from as I said, you learn that from the Silk Road. When they took over that road, they were so fruitful, they were advancing very quickly. Hence why they were building up libraries. Why would you build a library?
Contain knowledge.
Exactly. And they had how many big libraries? They had quite a few. They were even actually competing amongst themselves who had the biggest library.
And I could prove all this simply just even on Google, like Google Earth. If we take a look and I show you from the satellite what it looks like when we zoom down in on the Nile, you'll see a lot of green, fertile, lush terrain. So if we go over to the other rivers that's across over by Iran, you won't see any green because it's salty over there. You won't see any green. So that just always proves it's been like that for centuries. So that proves that they had to migrate other areas in order to survive. And that's going to be, that's proven throughout Europe and everything else. We could just go and see where the greenest parts of the places of Earth are, and you will always find advanced civilization there, opposed to other areas that won't be as advanced. That's just that's just fact. You know what I'm saying? So,
and the funniest thing that I've always found amusing is like when you go into Egypt and you understand Alexandria. And they had a contents of a whole heap of knowledge. And then so suddenly everything has disappeared.
Yeah, they attribute that probably to something colossal event that happened on the Earth. But you got to dig, and with new satellite imagery, the way it could go through the layers of the crust, and you can find a lot more things. You understand?
But
otherwise, you would have to trip over it. Oh, you know what I'm saying? But
it's like if you find information, are you going to reveal the whole lot, or are you going to keep it to yourself?
It depends on your agenda and what narrative you're trying to shape. Now, if I'm trying to shape a narrative for people high and conscious and have great self-esteem, then I would share it. But if I believe people can't handle the information, they're gonna panic, go crazy, then you don't share the information.
True talks.
And so like how we have now we have like what we call people that are collectors. Would they put all their stuff out?
I would not say yes, because it depends on the narrative. Like I said, if you want to shape a narrative of your superior or whatever, of course you're going to hide information. But if you're a non-biased person and you want the world to benefit, then of course. See, the problem with early science was it was a narrative they tried to shape, but no one wants to be on the wrong side of science in general or history, because that's historical and you want to be noted historically. So that's why people tend to either suppress so they won't let the masses know they know this information before they try to put it out there. You understand?
Especially if it's going to destroy your religion or destroy your empire. So they will suppress it or withhold it or store it somewhere, wouldn't they?
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense because it's all
National
about
security.
It's all about whoever has a domination on knowledge will advance before people that don't have a domination on knowledge. So if I have knowledge that this place in Africa, I can make cobalt, which is used for phones. I have rubber trees, which could be used for tires and things like that. And the processing of it, because you have to know how to process your resources. You have to know how to enrich your uranium. You have to know that process. I can suppress that knowledge from getting out to the masses and colonize it and cultivate it to where only certain people know that I believe I trust. You understand? But even though you can't colonize information for too long with things like the internet now, you understand? Now that's an even playing field, and people have all over the world have to compete now on an even playing field. You understand?
So then we can say the sense of Constantine now and the Table of Nicaea and what they did of taking what they need and either destroying or suppressing the information.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on, family.
A lot of people. Yes.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know I need to get going for a hot minute. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna close down the show, but continue this conversation afterwards. Still, again, family, like I you might as well just like for the like's sake, anyway. Like for the like's sake. Unfortunately, we didn't get to do what we needed to do, but like for the like's sake. Like for the like's sake. But what I will do, yeah, just because you know me, I'm cheeky like that. I'm gonna be very cheeky. I'm gonna be very cheeky because once you see something, yeah, it's hard to unsee it. Yeah, so I'm just gonna be very cheeky because I want to be cheeky. Okay, I want to be cheeky right now. I want to drop a little something. I mentioned it earlier on. Yeah, from your sources. Yeah, so there's no wiggle room. You know, when it's there, I see a lot of the brothers, yeah, they're just feeling it, like they feel it in their souls, like they're like, I saw it, and I can't conceal it. Like, you know, when you see something that's dirty, yeah, like mad dirty, but like every time you close your eyes, yeah, you keep seeing it. It's one of those ones. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna actually do this just because I can, actually. So you know,
don't make it into a rat in the cage.
So yeah, let me share my screen. Yeah, but peace to all the family that's been tuned in so far. Young Kelly, baby. Oh man, because we live, baby. We live. I just want to quickly go over here to sunnah.com. Sunnah.com, okay? Sunnah.com, and it's literally the book of oaths and vows. And this is actually from Sunan and Nasai, okay? And it's also graded Sahih. Salam. Excellent. So as long as you see it, hopefully you lot can never unsee this, okay? So I'm just showing you at one time, yeah, you Muslims community, yeah, and you lot love to say that people are practicing shirk. Just know that you Muslims were practicing shirk in the presence, yeah, of your prophet. Okay, so let's just quickly get into that. Okay, it was narrated from Abdullah ibn Yasser from Qutayla, a woman from Juneha, that a Jew, okay, came to the prophet and said, "You are setting up rivals and associating others with him, obviously. You say whatever Allah wills, and you will. And you say by the Kaaba. So the Prophet commanded them, if they wanted to swear an oath, to say by the Lord of the Kaaba, and to say whatever Allah wills, then what you will. So right here, we're seeing, okay, number one, yeah, you asked the question, yeah, like, oh, did the Kemetes teach, you don't make the assumption that we say that the Kemetes taught, Muslims tawheed. Now, we don't say that. If I was going to make an assertion right now, I would say that the Jews, according to this particular hadith, perfected your tawheed. Okay, you perfected your tawheed and acknowledged the fact that you was practicing shirk, okay, associating partners and even rivals with Allah. Okay, so just putting it out there. Once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Okay, and I also invite you on to even discuss this. If you want to discuss this, come and discuss this. See what your imam has to say. See what your sheikh has to say. See what all your scholars have to say. Your ulama has to say. And let's quickly go here. You could go to muslimconverts.com. Ebooks, Kitab Tawheed. Okay, you look and find this. It's got basically the same narration in there as well. And it also gives a nice breakdown. Let's see what it says. Qatayla informs us in this hadith that a man from among the Jews of Medina came to the Prophet intending to malign Islam and the Muslims. He told the Prophet that he and all the Muslims were guilty of shirk, and if he wished to say, you and your Quran say that we, the Jews, commit shirk, then what about you when you swear by the Kaaba and when you say as Allah and you wills? Is this not also shirk? Thenceforth, the Messenger of Allah forbade the Muslims from doing so, in order that their tawheed might be pure, perfection of the tawheed, and so that there might not be even the slightest blemish among the Muslim religion, which their enemies might exploit. And he guided them to correct manners of swearing an oath, which is to swear by the Rab of the Kaaba and not by the Kaaba itself, for it is a created thing. Imagine that. Muslims were swearing by created things back in the day. Just throwing it out there. You can say I'm wrong, you can say I'm lying, but guess what? There's one thing you cannot argue with, and that is what you're reading in front of your eyes. It's not Kalam saying this, it's what your own Muslim scholars, it's what your own hadith literature is saying. Okay, he told them that if they wish to mention Allah's will along with the will of others, they should say, as Allah wills, then. It's the key word here, thumma, for those of you who understand Arabic. Thumma, or then, as you will. Because the use of the word then does not imply parity between the will of Allah and the will of others. See, this is the key thing here, Then does not imply parity, or to be a pair, to be two with, okay, between the will of Allah and the will of others, okay? Key understanding. As does the use of the word and, which is wah. Wah shows parity. Okay, wah shows parity. If you have, for example, by the will of Allah and, okay, the will of Muhammad, or if you say, to the alternative, would you say by the will of Allah, then by the will of Muhammad? See, it shows that it's not parity. So again, when certain people say by the will of Allah, by obey Allah and obey the messenger, that shows parity. That shows parity because you're now putting them on the same level. What you should really say is follow the commands of Allah, or obey the commands of Allah, then obey the commands of the Prophet. That's how you should really speak. Because what happens now is you set up Allah and the Prophet, okay, as rivals. You're making them associates and partners. And you also, as it actually intimated prior, is that what does it intimate prior? What did they say it intimates? Again, you are setting up rivals. You're actually making Allah a rival with Muhammad. Why do I say this? Because more time, you guys don't actually follow the words of Allah. i.e. Torah, i.e. Injil, i.e. Zabur, i.e. Quran, you lot go immediately to the hadiths, the words of Muhammad, or the words of other scholars and human beings within side of the realm of Islam. So just showing you guys, you lot need to stop this, because you lot are the ones that are practicing the major amount of shirk. Okay, and let's just see what they actually the benefits derived from this particular hadith. What do they say? This is from the book of Tawheed, Kitab Tawheed. So if you got any problem with what I'm saying, it's not me you got a problem with, because I'm clearly just reading. It says here that the Jews knew what minor shirk is. To be honest with you, we should delete this word, because it doesn't say minor up there. The Jews knew what shirk is. That's what the Jews knew. Okay, you're just trying to sugarcoat it right here. The Jews knew what shirk is, what association partners with Allah means. That a person knowing of the truth does not necessitates his believing in it. Just because you know the truth doesn't mean you need to believe in it. That's true. That's true. That the linking Allah's will and the will of others by saying and is shirk. I'm not even going to put minor there. I'm going to say shirk. Okay, because if I told you now, yeah, that I worship Jesus and Muhammad, you would tell me that's not minor shirk, that's major shirk. If I said I worship Allah and I worship money, you would tell me that's shirk, wouldn't you? I'm sure you would. Okay, if I told you I worship Allah and I worship Jesus, you would tell me, as you tell the Christians, that's shirk. You don't say it's minor shirk, okay? You say quite simply it's shirk. Okay, so it's the same issue here. Okay, same issue. We just substitute in different words. Okay, that answering by other than Allah, that swearing by other than Allah is shirk, no matter how elevated the status of the object upon which the oath is taken. Okay, swearing by other than Allah is shirk. Just know that swearing by other than Allah is shirk. The obligation to accept the truth, no matter what its source. Okay, that's it. That's it. I think that's all I wanted to actually put in there. Confirmation of the will of Allah's creatures, but in the knowledge that it is subordinate to the will of Allah. Okay, this is another one. Confirmation of Allah's divine attribute of will. Cool. So that's cool. That's cool. Confirmation of the will of Allah's creatures, but in the knowledge that it is subordinate to the will of Allah. So I want to know, okay, is following the will of Allah, following the will of Muhammad subordinate to following the will of Allah? I want to know. That's my questions to my Muslim brothers out there. Is following the will of Muhammad subordinate to following the will of Allah? If it is, show me where it is. If it's not, show me where it's not. And we'll get into a nice dialogue on that. The permissibility of linking Allah's will with that of his creatures by using the word then as opposed to and. So me, I don't have no problems. If you follow or obey Allah, then Muhammad. But my problem is when you say to us, you have to obey Allah and Muhammad. To me and to most Muslims, most Jews and Christians at the time. But anyways, I'm going to leave it as that. I'm going to invite you guys on. If you want to have a discussion on this, okay, we can have a discussion on this later on tonight. But I'm going to leave it there just to show that you guys were practicing shirk, and some of you guys, even today, still practice shirk.
Wow.
Any last words?
Wow, powerful. Yeah. And then my last words is going to be for this. They can't sit here and say they don't believe in Christianity, the Bible, or any other Abrahamic faith in a sense, because I have some more Cambridge University stuff that I'm gonna let you take a look-see at. So boom, it shows in here, it says it perfectly reasonable that Ibn Habib and Qadi Elid and the historians treat the past as a mirror of the present, but this activity forces them to suppress evidence or to engage in selective memory. Wow, that sounds mighty familiar. For example, nowhere in the accounts in there a mention of an influence of non-Muslims on the development of the Muslim concept of scholarship, even though, as I will discuss below, some narrative sources claim that the Prophet himself ordered Zayd and others to study at the Bayat al-Madras in Medina. Given the presence of active Christian and Jewish scholarly communities in the Near East during this period, we should at least consider possibility that the people of knowledge, quote unquote, referred to by the Quran are not Muslim scholars, but Jewish and Christian scholars. For example, see, before you, male singular, we sent men who we inspired to ask, plural command, the people of remembrance. If you, plural, do not know. So that means they sent you there to ask questions on things that you did not know with explanations and warnings. And we sent down the remembrance to you, the male singular, to explain to the people that which was sent down to them. Perhaps they will ponder it. So as the Arabic makes clear, the phrase ask the people of remembrance if you do not know is an aside addressed to the plural audience, whereas of the excerpt speaks to the signal male. Further, we note that the people of remembrance are to be asked about men whom God inspired. In other words, people of remembrance appear to be experts on Hebrew scriptures. These findings may be surprising, but they are in accordance with the Quranic verse that explicitly mentions the ulama. So, stop sitting here saying that you don't like respect their books, stuff like that. Because like I said, your prophet went to a Christian to authenticate who he talked to. You guys got to follow it. Cut it out now. I'm out of here.
Jeez. Bombshells, family. Thank you for actually spending some time with us. We're logging out right now, but it's love, man. It's love. Trust me, enough love. And again, please, hopefully tonight, I'm saying tonight, like I'm planning to do a show tonight, but you know how it gets, yeah? You know how it gets already. So hopefully tonight there will be a show. Please come along. Let me know you want to be involved. Like once this is finished, just message us and put some comments in the comment section if you want to be involved, and we'll get you involved if that is the case. All right. And also let us know about the information that we've been dropping, you know. You like some good medicine, yeah, some great information, yeah. Please tell us about it, you know. Tell us about it and tell us more like what you like hearing and you want to hear more of, okay? Because we need the feedback. We need to hear what our community is actually saying in response to the information that we're bringing up. So, family, peace, love, and Afro Greece. I'm signing out. Bye.